Tired of those same old vanilla fish markets? Well, let's make something like this. I'm gonna show you how to take some assets from the workshop and some stuff from the DLCs to make it all custom. Let's do it. Alright gang, let's get right into it. I said I was gonna add some ferry stops, so we're gonna do that now. I'm gonna use node controller first to create me a little crosswalk, because I am gonna slide this bus stop down, but it kind of don't matter because I end up doing this whole thing over. Let's get an overview. We start down here on the shore of our little distillery district. We're gonna shimmy up this river and end up in this little historical neighborhood that we created right here behind the Crazy Corner Comedy Club. So first we need to create a ferry depot spot. The ferry depots, the vanilla joints are just ginormous, so we're gonna use actually a little block asset and some PO and create our own little, I know it don't look right, but we're gonna use a block asset. We're gonna make sure that the paths kind of line up, and we're gonna, I mean, this is a thin road right here. This is a Virginia Slim, but we're gonna work it out, make sure everything's connected up. I'm gonna add this one down here and add the ferry stop right behind our little Crazy Corner, our little cafe spot. I'm gonna put a path right there, and y'all know my OCD is not gonna let me leave them rocks and stuff. We gotta reset all that, and I'm gonna actually create a little platform. I don't like how them stairs is up off the ground like that. Let's go ahead and create us a little quick platform. Nothing too crazy. We just spread the detailing out. Add a little bit of these modern fences, the wooden fences, and let's add the stops. All right, everybody's happy. So yeah, hopefully, you know, the trip is okay. I mean, you got to go up under these little bridges. It's a lot of rocks and stuff. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna need to. Everybody okay? All right, we're gonna need to fix that. Let's go ahead and kind of tighten this up a little bit because we don't want people crashing into the rocks. I've seen ferries get stuck. I don't want that happening. I came down here to try to see if I could fit this path, man, because look, people are walking funny, man. Like, look at my man right here. Look at my man. Look at my man. Bruh, are you okay?
Ray, I never told you where.
He gone, y'all. He ain't coming back, man. So we're going to go ahead and delete this spot, and we're going to kind of juggle this area around. I'm actually going to put it on the side, and I'm going to lower the street down. I really hate how they don't make the ferry stops. Like, you know, the people be levitating, airbending. I don't really like that, but I'm doing the best I can to make it look realistic. Look at them floating across. I don't like that at all, man. But I'm also detail this up just a little bit because I did leave this spot just unusually naked for my style. So let's add just a little bit of flair. Let's put a little Zodiac down here, one of them little Rambo boats. And we're gonna put some wooden planters, nothing too major, kiosk assets. Like I said, we're not gonna spend a lot of time on this because that's not really why we here. I brought y'all here so we could build us a little tiny fishing village with, I mean, really like one working dock. Of course, it's an asset, it's really tiny, but I've picked this little sliver of land to turn into some fishing. I was supposed to turn it into like a little, I don't know, a marina type area, but I got some plans for that somewhere else. So we're just gonna lay out the quickest road network. It's not even a network because it doesn't connect to anything. It's definitely a cul-de-sac for right now, y'all. Don't be mad at me. We're gonna connect all this up eventually. These are the houses I'm going with. I'm putting some of these stilt joints right on the coast. You'll see how I do those. I definitely feel like I have an idea I haven't seen anybody do with those stilt houses. But first, we're gonna lay out a little bit of a network so we can have our dock down here. And I'm gonna actually lay out the houses inside of the detailing time lapse because y'all saw them. It's not nothing special. I mean, realistically, it's like 10 houses. So I mean, I'm not gonna make y'all watch me plop 10 houses. We got the fishing going on, everything's circulating and moving. Let's do a little bit of detailing.
As the years passed, Eva became increasingly unhinged. After giving birth to John Francis' child, her paranoia swelled. She began accusing even her closest allies of conspiracies, while John Francis felt ensnared in a web of shadowy pursuers. The situation reached a breaking point, with bodies piling up, leaving almost no place to conceal them all. Eva, once known as the Undertaker, now ruled as the Queen of Skulls, seemingly destined for eternal power. But fate had different plans in store. In 1871, the Great Chicago Fire raged through the city. Eva's mistrust of banks and the government resulted in the loss of a substantial portion of her wealth. With nothing left to protect, Eva, John Francis, and young Jacob fled the chaos, boarding a southbound steamship. Their destination was the last place anyone would think to look for them. Unlike when John Francis fled New Brunswick, Eva always had a plan and thousands of dollars stashed in case her fortunes ever changed. However, they faced a challenging journey down the treacherous Mississippi River, a months-long odyssey through a post-Civil War landscape scarred by fear and conflict. Eventually, they arrived in Rivergate, as far south as one could go. The burning question remained, had John Francis and his family successfully eluded their relentless pursuers? Find out in the next episode of Hidden Legacy, the Saga of Rivergate.
I think I end up naming this little area Shoreline. Look at my man right there. He's speed walking. That's what I'm talking about, cuz. So I'm going to lay out these stilt houses right here in my little blank area. I'm laying them out way out over here because I need a certain formulation. They got to have a certain arrangement to them to have the look that I want. And you'll see why in a minute, because the front side is cool. We're going to do a little something in the front, but I'm going to go on this back side, and I'm going to use some of these wooden poles. This takes forever. I'm not showing y'all all this. This is not the point. The point is, you see the little gray? I want to cover all that up, because I want to use the undersides of these little buildings to put like little family dock. They're not even docks. It's just you tie your boat up to your house, man. I saw it online. Me and my homegirl was looking up fishing villages, and I was like, I ain't never seen nobody do that. So we're going to put down a couple of these boat assets, the floating boats, though, not the ones that be all static. Let's see a couple of more here. Oh, no, that's too big. That's like that Gilligan's Island right there.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip.
Yeah, that's definitely too big. Pause. And it's dirty, man. They need to hit that with the loofah. They ain't really got money like that. Well, they got a little bit of money. I mean, if you got a boat, you got a little bit of money, man. I don't got no boat. I don't got no jet ski. I don't even got no swimming trunks, man. I'm telling y'all, we going swimming in basketball shorts on this side. But I'm going to use some of these residential blocks because I had to put the houses as PO to make them sit on the water like I did. So we're going to add some of these residential blocks back. That means people actually live in these, man. And so my OCD could just settle. I needed to create like a little platform so they could kind of walk in there from the land. And I'm going to put a little parking lot in the front too, man. We're going to handle all that. Y'all know I'm not just going to leave that crazy looking like that. We're going to put the sauce on. But right here next to our stilt houses, for the people who can't tie their boat up to their house, they ain't getting it like that. You got a little, boat ramp thingy right here. We're going to put a little gas tank down there, just a little bit of detailing. We didn't go over the top, but I do need to make some parking because, where do these people park? They definitely ain't parking on that little skinny street. So we're going to spend 10 seconds just making a nice little custom parking lot, and that pretty much does it for this area right here, but we not done. We need to skip over into the town. We got to build us a fish market, a custom fish market. We don't play no games on this side. That vanilla fish market would take up half the downtown. We wouldn't even be able to build nothing else. So we're going to use, again, something from the workshop. Y'all need to tap in with that workshop if you haven't. A little tiny fish market asset that actually takes fish. Like people come here, visitors, all that. But we got to get fish there first. Is my fish man on the way? There go my fish man. He pulling up. Let's detail. All right, gang, that does it for this week's episode, or this midweek, or this episode should be out a little bit faster. I be trying to get them out faster, y'all, but I ain't gonna hold you. I love my sleeps. I'm trying to do what I can, but I love my sleeps, man. Cue my cinematics.